All right, let's talk about something almost every small and medium-sized business owner runs into, making that big jump into digital marketing. I know, it can feel like a lot, but what if there's a simple way to think about it, a real framework for growth? Let's get into it. You know, you hear this all the time, right? And honestly, it's a fair point. If things are working, why rock the boat? You're busy, you've got a system that works, and this whole digital thing, well, it just feels like taking on a whole new job. So let's talk about the SME digital dilemma. And look, this isn't just some business school theory. The world is changing for real, and figuring this out is absolutely crucial for any business that wants to be around for the long haul. Okay, check this out. 76%. What does that even mean? It means that 3 out of every 4 of your potential customers, they're pulling out their phone and searching for local businesses before they even think about walking through a door. Their journey to you starts right there in the palm of their hand. And that's the bottom line, isn't it? This isn't about being trendy anymore. It's about basic visibility. If your customers are looking for you online and you're not there, well, for them, in that moment, you might as well not exist. All right, let's get real and look at the skeptic's point of view. Because, let's be honest, these are very real concerns. This isn't about just being stubborn or old school. There are some serious practical things to think about here. And this gets to the heart of it all. It's a 1-2 punch of anxiety, right? First, there's the fear of the technology itself, feeling like you're in over your head. And then there's the even bigger fear, sinking time and money into something with no guarantee it'll pay off. It just feels like a big, scary gamble. Okay, but what if it wasn't a gamble? Let's look at the actual case for digital, using hard data that speaks directly to those fears. This is where we move past the anxiety and get into the analytics. Let's start with a number you can really sink your teeth into, 2.7x. On average, businesses that use online ads see their website traffic increase by 2.7 times. This isn't some vague promise. It's what actually happens when you show up where people are searching. And here's where it gets really interesting. We're not just talking about more clicks or more visitors. For every single dollar you put into a targeted online campaign, businesses are typically seeing a return of $2 to $4 in actual revenue. That's real money. And that is the whole point. The goal isn't just to get more likes or followers. The goal is to put more money in the bank. And the digital, you can actually draw a straight line from your marketing dollars to your revenue. This is measurable cash flow. Okay, another totally fair question. As a business owner, your 2 most valuable assets are your time and your money. So how on earth does this fit into a schedule that's already overflowing? The answer is trackable marketing. See, with digital tools, you get data on everything, every click, every visit, every single sale. It lets you know exactly what's working. Think about it. You put an ad in a newspaper and then you just hope, right? With digital, you know exactly which ad brought in a customer. You're not guessing anymore. You're making smart decisions based on real information. And you know what? This progress isn't random. It follows a pretty predictable timeline. Usually within the first month, you start seeing new data, new visits, new leads coming in. And it gets better. Within 3 to 6 months, it's pretty common for businesses to see a 20 to 30% increase in actual paying customers. There are clear milestones along the way. So the big idea here is this. It's a strategy, not a slot machine. You're not just putting a coin in and pulling a lever hoping for the best. No way. You're building a plan that you can actually control and adjust. If something isn't working, you tweak it. If something is working, you double down on it. It's all based on the data. All right, so let's say you're on board. You see the potential. The next step is choosing your path. And really, it boils down to 2 main options, DIY versus DFY, or done for you. So, on one hand, you've got do-it-yourself, or DIY. This is where you roll up your sleeves and start using some of the amazing free tools out there, and it costs you nothing to get started. On the other hand, you have done for you, or DFY. This is where you bring in a pro. You can start small, maybe with a test budget of $1,000 or $2,000, just to prove it works and get that data flowing. Okay, now for the really important part. From traffic to cash flow. How do we turn all of this talk into actual results? How do you get started and turn those website visitors into paying customers? If you're thinking of going the DIY route, here are 3 simple things you can literally do this week. First, claim your Google business profile. It's free and it's how you show up on Google Maps. Step 2, Add your business hours and some good photos. And step 3, create a simple, basic website. Just doing those 3 things makes you so much more visible. And hey, you don't have to figure all this out by yourself. There are tons of amazing free resources out there. Things like checklists on how to optimize your website, guides on getting more traffic from social media, or even how to use AI for your marketing. These tools are literally designed to walk you through it. So, as we wrap this up, it really all comes down to this one question. Let's forget about climbing the whole mountain for a second. Just think about the first step. Based on everything we've talked about, what is the one digital step your business could take this week? Just one thing to become more visible and start turning that online attention into real, measurable cash flow.